Shiv Aroor and Gaurav Sawant are now joining me for their perspective on what exactly they make of this video. Shiv, I'll come across to you first. What did you make of this Trump video?
You know, there's never really a dull moment as far as Donald Trump is concerned, except that he has sort of been pretty low profile ever since he was defeated in the last US election. So it's kind of ironic that, you know, so many in the media, including some here in India who've, had interviews with Donald Trump, have got some pretty basic, usual Trumpisms coming out. But this little bombshell comes out, and India Today, happens to get first access to it because it's the first substantive view of what Donald Trump is probably thinking about as far as the much speculated rerun campaign as president is concerned. Obviously, there's a great Indian flavor to it. Donald Trump is not someone who, doesn't play to the gallery. He does it quite often. He does it quite well. One must remember the audience as well. But the fact that he's, put out this catchphrase, Bharat and America, Sabse Achhe Dost, also provides you an indicator of what's going on in his mind. He's had really good chemistry with Prime Minister Modi. He's had, very good high-profile visits to India. When Modi was there, they've had, a really good, solid chemistry and connection. So what exactly is this, this India power as far as this re-election campaign is concerned? Remember, the Indian-American community is a very, very influential community. Right. Much has been said about what kind of power they, sort of wield as far as elections are concerned. But there have been great hopes from president after president, and if former President Trump is looking to the Indian community for some kind of big boost, he's surely sort of pushing the right buttons, as it were, when it comes to Indian American sentiment, certainly over there in the United States.
Right. Shiv, stay on with us. Gaurav, I'll come across to you now. Earlier as well, in 2016, we did see that Donald Trump, when he was running for president then, had in fact laid a lot of emphasis on the Indian American community and their concerns, their issues, and wooing that community. It seems now, of course, there is some sort of an indication, but I'll ask you for your views on that. If he is to rerun for president again in 2024, it seems he's again putting that same sort of focus and spotlight on the Indian American community.
You know, in 2019, when I was covering Howdy Modi in Houston, the buzz on ground, and especially amongst the Republicans and a large number of them, especially in Houston, Texas, the buzzword was Indians are the new Jews. That's the kind of influence Indians wield in the United States of America and were expected to wield in times to come. There were 50,000 people at that NRG stadium in Houston, Texas when Howdy Modi happened. Donald Trump and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, they walked hand in hand and there was this Ab Ki Baar Trump Sarkar, because predominantly, if you notice, Indians, the pattern of voting has been, even in 2016, about 84%, 80 to 84% voted in favor of the Democrats for Hillary Clinton and about 14% for Donald Trump. And Donald Trump is trying to turn that around. Should that happen, some argue a little of it did happen in 2020, but should that happen in the years ahead, the moment you say Bharat or America sabse achhe dost. Now remember, Indian Americans may vote for Hillary, may vote for the Democrats, but then they're also, as many argue, very close to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The Indian Americans or the overseas community identifies extensively with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and perhaps that could swing at least some voter, and every vote, for Donald Trump would matter. He was about, I think, 3 million votes behind Hillary Clinton, and he would want in the next election to be able to overcome that.